guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin, and today we're back with The Sopranos, Season 2, Episode 10,
Bust Out. Last episode, Christopher died for 1 minute. He was in the hospital and everyone was freaking out, and when he died, it was a moment for everyone else to kind of reflect on their sins and where they were going to end up when they died, because this was a direct consequence to their life choice, right? The lifestyle they chose for themselves. So Carmela went to pray. When Christopher woke up, he said something about how like he dreamt of hell and this is where he was going to end up. So Polly went all paranoid over what where he would end up when he dies.
Apparently, Christopher's hell is full of Irish guys.
It's an Irish pub.
Irish pub.
Yeah. Polly was trying to, say it was purgatory, right? Like, 'cause he's not going to hell and neither is he, right? But then he kept having nightmares. He talked to a psychic who kind of alluded to past murders.
You had a lot of skeletons in your closet.
Yeah. He blamed the church. He was like, I give you a lot of donations and this is the shit I have to put up with. Like, I should not have these ghosts with me. But that's not how it works. The guilt is there. The weight is there. And Tony, he kind of justified his actions and his guilt and everything he does by saying that they're not murderers. They don't do it for fun, right? Like, it's a war to them. It's justified.
They're soldiers.
Yeah, they're soldiers because they don't have a choice. Like, and everyone, when they enter this world, they kind of agree that there's a possibility that you'll get killed. Except that applies to you too, right? You and your gang. You also entered this world, so your people can get shot. In any case, he dealt with it his own way, and then he got the guy, the survivor, and he killed him. Carmela was dealing with bad shit with her and Tony, and she asked for a vasectomy, but in the end, when he said yes, she said, no, you know what, forget it, I want another kid. I don't know if it will happen, but I don't think it's gonna help the couple.
No.
We'll see.
I mean,
It was a good scene though between them. First time we saw them this intimate.
yeah.
We'll see what happens. Let's jump in this episode and find out. We're reaching the finale of season 2, so things are gonna...
Almost there.
They're gonna hype up and eventually they're gonna go boom. I'm expecting an end to the pussy story, so I'm thinking someone will die.
Pussy out. Maybe.
Probably. We'll see. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these episodes and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions.
Alright, let's go.
This is who you saw.
This is definitely the man I saw.
And the other man?
Unfortunately, I didn't get a good look at him. It was really dark. I didn't want them to see me. I thought it was kids with firecrackers.
Is it
Yeah.
when they kill the guy?
Yeah.
So he did say there was a crowd, so they were noticed.
So goddamn fed up with crime. I'd hate myself if I didn't come forward and help you put these people behind bars. May I ask who the dead man was?
Just a poor kid got hooked up with the wrong crowd.
A poor kid. Yeah. Consequences. Ah, shit. You were so careful all season not to talk in public, not to do shit.
And now you're lifting buddies behind. You're leaving buddy behind. Just think.
He's thinking about another kid.
No, he's having
No, but he's thinking about adding another kid to the family, but also connecting it to how they grow up and what they turn into.
Yeah.
And what he does to them.
I want to spend more time with AJ.
That's the other one you should spend time with. She's almost out of the house.
Oh, so if he's not thinking about a new kid, he's seeing his kid. Huh?
Somebody needs to teach that kid some street smarts. Not to be a sucker. Not to be involved with the wrong people. I don't want another Christopher on my hands. Another poor prick they found dead. Kid was 23 or something.
and he was someone's child.
He's the one that did it, but he's talking about him like it wasn't his fault. Consequences. Guilt.
What did he? Put that on the store tab.
He says take 3 gross of the blue coolers. He'll give us a price on the red.
Well, fuck that. He's never getting paid anyway.
They gotta be all red.
I don't fucking work to move some picnic coolers.
He's surrounded by guys who would beat him up. Like, they deal with his business.
Want to raise a red flag with the travel agency? A sporting goods store charges airline tickets in bulk?
You say it's a promotional device. Customer of the year, salesman of the month, that kind of thing.
You got involved in the wrong crowd.
But all of a sudden, I'm ordering all this weird shit. I mean, picnic coolers, Ramlosa water. When's one of these vendors gonna realize I'm never gonna pay him and call the cops?
When your fucking credit runs out, Diamond Jim. Until then,
Get on the fucking horn in order.
They are so using him.
I mean, it is that or they bust his kneecaps.
Mister,
Yeah.
some man here to see you.
Oh,
The police.
You've been identified.
Who's your friend?
I'm Detective Harold Giordano.
Pleased to meet you. But if you don't have a warrant, could you get the fuck out of my house? Because I'm kind of busy.
I want you to come down to the station to talk.
To talk.
About Matthew Bevilacqua.
Dad?
AJ, take the backboard out of the cabana. I'll be down in a couple minutes.
Look, lawyer up. Come in one-on-one. It's your call.
You should have been more careful.
Those are those FBI guys that were here before. What do they want?
What? Keep this between us, all right? You know how your mother gets.
I love how they all know what's going on, but none of them talk about it. What do they want? Nothing. Like, oh, some guy got killed and stuff. I don't know. I don't know what it has to do with me, but they all know he did it.
If they had enough to pinch you for, there'd be bars between us right as we speak.
Are we gonna go?
Did you say you'd go?
Please.
All right. Procrastinate. Let me get our ducks in a row.
I've played this game before.
Don't give him an end. Are you all right, Tony?
This is some bad shit here.
How did this happen? Midlife crisis? You can talk to me.
Family got hurt by a kid. Then he had to kill the kid, and he feels bad.
I mean, he was 23 years old.
It's messing up with them.
It's younger than ourselves.
His kids are almost that age. He'll blink and he'll be 23. He did say he doesn't want AJ to turn like Christopher. And Christopher was like that other kid not too long ago. He's kind of still is. AJ could turn out like this and be killed just like that by a guy just like Tony.
Yeah.
Hi. We just finished. Carmela Soprano, Victor Musto.
Nice to meet you.
You have a beautiful house here.
Oh, thank you. Not that it couldn't use a little freshening up.
He's looking at her. Too much.
I was thinking of doing some wallpaper in the dining room. Do you have a card, Vic? Or?
Yeah, sure. I'm bonded, state certified, but I'm still dangerous.
He's flirting. He's fucking flirting.
He is.
You don't flirt with the wife of the boss.
Nice meeting you.
Oh, you too. And I'm gonna call about the wallpaper.
And you do not play into it. Girl, you cannot ask Tony not to cheat only for you to turn around and do the same shit.
Don't even think about it. She's married to Tony Soprano.
Yes.
Married's good enough for me. Who husband is doesn't matter. I respect the ring.
Okay. I thought he meant like he didn't care. Dude. Yeah, things are bad, but don't. Although he'll probably never get out
David,
of
are you down there?
everything with Tony and everyone else.
What are you doing up there?
I'm fixing a fucking light bulb, that's all. It glares out the one ball when I racked.
Jeez.
I'm worried Dad's gonna do it and his son's gonna find him or his
could.
wife.
He dug a hole for himself and it's so deep.
Richie, baby, it's a mess.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
They really like to live on the edge. It should be. Fuck off, girl. You don't say shit like this.
What are you trying to say, Janice?
She wants power and money.
I was in the heat of passion. I'm doing it like you like.
It's not the first time, girl, that you're saying shit like this.
Boss, that should be you. That's not part of it. How can you think of shit like that during sex? You're not in the moment.
She's manipulating. She'd be totally fine, I think, with Richie killing Tony, taking his place, and she gets to ride his coattails.
I gotta be loyal.
At least he knows.
Without that, we crumble.
I don't
to Paul Castellano.
I don't think that means he'll never do shit, but
I'm old school, Janice.
All I mean is my brother needs help.
fuck off.
My Uncle Junior still has friends, and Junior thinks the world of you.
She is stirring up shit.
First it was his mom with Junior. Now it's the sister with Richie.
Ma, if you need something, call. I'll bring it up.
Are you smoking marijuana?
I want some.
I didn't miss her. Is she thinking about Vic?
Maybe.
I think she's definitely thinking about him. No coincidence that right after meeting him and exchanging looks.
She's having erotic dreams about a new man. I'm going to hell.
Well, he's not around. What he doesn't know won't hurt him. But then, like, where could he be at this hour?
1 + 2 is equal to 3.
I'm gonna go downtown. And if they do have something, why the fuck ain't they talking to you?
Give them time. They will.
If he says they didn't recognize me, that means he talked to someone who's aware.
Yeah, the Flying Galone brothers.
This became their new spot. They really took over.
Yeah.
What's his name? David?
David,
His
yeah.
life.
First off, it's not a right.
Thank God.
There's an eyeball witness.
What are you talking about?
There was a crowd nearby.
Someone saw you.
All my friend at the station knows is that he's a civilian.
Maybe you should lamb chop it for a while, huh? Utruam.
Exactly.
You don't even know what he said.
Fuck you, I did too.
Otruvam, what's it mean?
It means, sit on this, cocksucker. 5 minutes away from the camp for the rest of my fucking life, and I'm laughing.
You got it, Skip.
If you don't laugh, you're gonna cry. So laugh. Oh man.
I could be going away for something I didn't do.
Sure.
We can't go into specifics on this.
I didn't do anything wrong. Supposed to talk about it.
He didn't do anything wrong.
How does that make you feel? The idea that you might be sent to prison.
I just gotta stay around a little while longer for the kids.
Until they're good.
Once he's out of the house, the government can do whatever the fuck they want to do. Whatever they want.
Dude.
I've never seen you like this.
Like what?
Scared.
And I wouldn't use that word.
He knows you fucked up.
Sometimes I feel, I don't know. You motherfuckers. You know, I don't fucking deserve this.
To him, it was justified.
Medication.
Trying to change the subject.
Well, I mean, just trying to keep him calm too. But yeah, to him, it's justified, or it has to be justified, because otherwise he killed a kid.
Is David sleeping in the shop?
Yeah.
What are you doing here? Could ask you the same fucking question. So where you sleep?
Caesar and going home. He told me not to get in the game. Why'd you let me do it?
Well, I knew you had this business here, Davy. It's my nature. Frog and the scorpion, you know?
Really?
Now, besides, if you would have won, I'd be the one crying the blues.
What's the end?
Planned bankruptcy.
He's saying that like that?
Hey, you're not the first guy to get busted out.
But
this is how a guy like me makes a living. This is my bread and butter.
Do you realize he's thinking about killing himself?
When this is over, you're free to go. You can go anywhere you want.
That's his whole life.
After bankruptcy. After bankruptcy.
He's brushing it off like it's no big deal. The guy will kill himself. Him literally saying he manipulated him into this because that's how he makes a living. Like, that's his nature.
That's his nature, yeah.
He was a friend.
Oh my God, that was so exciting.
Where's Dad? He couldn't make it. He called. He had a very important meeting. He'll be here next time.
There's that. He wants to spend time with his son, but he's never there when it matters.
Only when it's convenient for Tony, right?
Yeah.
You promised him you were going to be at his swim meet.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I forgot.
How could you forget?
You are not aware, but shit is going down.
Tony, wherever you were, it couldn't have been more important than letting your son know that you care about him.
Fuck you.
No, fuck you!
Oh, no.
Fuck you! You fuck you!
Oh, shit!
What's wrong with you?
He's bringing his other issues into this, and it's making it worse because he's not talking about them. But then again, if he was talking about them, it wouldn't be any better.
Hey.
Oh, fuck, he's so drunk.
You know I love you, right, man?
Dad,
No, don't dab me. Come on.
I know that you love me.
Might not be enough.
Everything I do, and everything I've done, and everything I will do, it's all for you and your brother. You know that.
I think you should go to bed.
I mean, I tell people you're like your mother, but you're all me. Nothing gets by you. And I know you think I'm a hypocrite.
I'm going to bed.
Good night, baby.
What he was saying was important, but as a child, as a teenager, to have your father like that, talk to you like that, like it's
a low. A bit.
Sometimes we're all hypocrites.
It may look and sound great to be told, like, you know I love you, everything I do is for you. But when you're drunk, it just does not come out right. Or it twisted things, it taints things. I feel like it's just...
So, listen, we were talking about the powder room. Do you have a minute to take a look at it now? I could kind of use some input.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It's not out of character. It's a bit intense, though, to jump right into this after last episode. No.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. No. They're gonna kiss.
Little room together with the door. Fuck it.
I must have been out of my mind.
Oh my God, she closed the door. Oh yeah, she's gonna jump at him.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, shit.
Oh la la. I know
To
Tony
be fair,
does it
Tony
too.
cheated too.
Except if he finds this out, he will die.
Never felt like this before. Maybe not in years. Maybe never.
Me too.
That wasn't years ago with the priest. You didn't kiss him, but you wanted to.
Uh-huh. A sweet taste of the forbidden fruit.
Everything she would like to see in Tony, she saw in this man. In a moment where it was really low with Tony, so... And yeah, he cheats too, but that doesn't make it okay.
Thank my nephew for the stuff.
Your nephew? This shit comes from my end. It kills me to sit back and watch.
Finish what you were going to say.
I can't not notice that he's fucking you.
He's making a move.
I'm in no shape for disharmony.
You and I both know he's gotta go.
That's not what you were saying before.
This fucking guy was supposed to be laid out on Midland Avenue a year ago. I know it, and you know it.
Ah, shit.
Let me tell you who's not a good kid. That niece of mine. Word to the wise, that's all I'm saying.
She's been manipulating, pushing you.
She's up to no good.
And he's really easy to push.
She's gonna be the end of you, you're gonna be the end of her.
Does she get accepted to Berkeley?
Please, yes.
Berkeley, yeah.
Yay. Nice.
I got my answers from colleges today.
How'd you do?
Great.
Accepted at Berkeley, accepted at NYU,
Georgetown.
waitlist Columbia, BU accepted.
Well, what about that other place, Georgetown?
Waitlist.
Okay.
Yeah.
But waitlist is not bad. But she got accepted in a college she wants, and that is very good. They won't like it. Oh, the song is back.
Yeah, time to say goodbye. She's not having regrets, she was smiling.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about you
And your lips.
But look, if it's a problem for me to come back, I've got another job in Wyckoff.
Oh, no. I wouldn't think of it. I was thinking maybe tomorrow you could send Ramon to the other job. That way you and I would have a chance to talk.
Alone?
Maybe on your lunch break or something.
Oh my god, Tony is not in the right space, place of mind to see this. If he sees anything, this is not gonna end well.
He's gonna shoot the guy.
She jumped at him and she was hitting him and that got physical. This could get so bad.
What the hell is it?
The victim has now further been identified as Matthew Bevilacqua, a Soprano family associate.
And you got involved.
Oh my God.
Where's that detective's number?
I want out. I'm not gonna confess.
Where on the fridge?
Yeah, I don't recall what I saw, sorry.
Jesus Christ, David, where the hell have you been?
I screwed up, Vic. I screwed up really bad this time.
Yeah.
Got involved with the mob.
And he got involved with the wife.
How much did you lose?
It's not so much how much he lost, it's who he got involved with.
Everything.
Savings, the business, everything.
This is bad. This is really bad.
How could you gamble the business away? It's in my sister's name, isn't it?
Oh,
I got involved with some
he's
bad
gonna
people.
know Sopranos, Carmela's husband.
Fucking Tony Soprano.
Oh,
All
shit.
right? Yeah. They're animals, Vic.
And you just kissed the wife
wife.
of Tony Soprano. You might consider the husband now.
Carmela's so excited. The business will get in the way of her cheating for sure. I just hope he doesn't try to do something stupid.
I'll try to make her a user for
Maybe, like, I don't...
his brother-in-law's death, maybe.
It's over, Skip.
What do you mean?
You know that other party who said he saw something?
He realizes now he didn't see what we know didn't happen.
I love how they talk.
Because he knows that you didn't know what happened.
Influence.
Sleep well, my friend.
You don't want to get involved with the mob, right?
Well, they had the reaction I would expect. It's on the fridge! That. Because we keep saying don't get involved. Unfortunately, that's why they don't go to prison. That's why no one can stop them. Because people don't get involved. They are scared.
I mean, it's the fact that they know that if they know their names and they got involved, they're gonna get...
He would have went
their families.
He would have went into witness protection.
Yeah.
He's in the same fucking room where she kissed a guy.
This is really good wallpaper.
This is where he laughs because things are gonna get well and stuff, where his marriage went to shit right here.
So this person, the witness, simply changed his or her mind?
I don't know what happened.
No.
You don't?
You know what?
What?
I dodged a very big bullet.
Yes.
And I'm feeling pretty fucking good about it.
Exactly
So you're gonna
why.
continue?
So I don't need any more psychiatry today.
When things go well, he's on cloud 9 and he keeps going. It's never gonna end. It's never gonna be bliss forever. Ah.
Ramon.
Yeah, not getting involved anymore.
Well, you got all dolled up. Yeah. Whose fault is that? Well, you don't want to know. Lost the place. Yeah. But at least now they'll leave him alone. He's at the bottom of the barrel. If he doesn't kill himself and he works on himself, there is a chance that things will get better.
This is so cool. 620 horsepower.
I have bad memories about that.
With the waves?
No, with our brother. It's true. Pissed his pants right in front of me. I thought it was water. He was young. Don't kill anyone.
They could have killed someone. But everybody's fine for them. They don't care about nothing else.
Like the song says.
I have good memories with our grandfather when I went fishing.
Oh yeah.
Our cousins and
my favorite
our grandparents.
family cassette like tape.
It was nice, but I was such a brat back then. Whining for anything.
So quickly, because like it wasn't a big focus of the episode. We mentioned last episode that for sure it was gonna do something to Tony to kill a kid like that who was crying for his mom. There is no, like, he's a father, right? He's got a son who will eventually be that age, and
he has a daughter who is almost
that age. Well, I mean, since it was a guy, it would be easier to compare him to AJ.
Yeah.
And we start this episode with him looking at kids. Not too long ago, AJ was that age, and I know the older you get, like the easier it is to say, like, for a 23-year-old, like, not too long ago you were a baby, right? Mm-hmm. So not too long ago, that guy he killed was a child. Mm-hmm. He has a mom, he has a family, but the life he lives and all his insecurities when it comes to his kids and everything, like, it wouldn't be too crazy to look at him and be like, later on,
you might get involved with the wrong crowd.
Yeah, my son could turn out like that, and what if someone else, like, has to do what I did? Because I just did to this kid what someone could do to my kid. He is desperate to put his son on the right path. Meadow is leaving, so at this point you just gotta believe that he did enough. But AJ is still there. Except, like, all this worry of, like, oh shit, like, there's not time, like, there's no time. He's getting old, right? Like, he doesn't need me anymore, but I still need to be there. I still need to do enough. And on top of that, the fear of going away, not being there for his son, that's freaking him out. But you're not there when it matters. The double standard, dude, you're freaking out over not being there for your child, but when he cares, you're not there. When he wants you there, you're not. Yes, we have these great moments of him, going fishing with AJ and him giving him the talk last episode. Like, everything he says, that's great. But that's not enough. Even Meadow, he's drunk and he's telling her, like, I love you, right? Like, tell me I love you. Yeah, okay. And you know that everything I do is for you and AJ. Yeah. But you make it a moment where all she'll remember is that last night you didn't go sleep with mom. You were drunk off your ass in the kitchen.
You were miserable. I mean, it's okay to be vulnerable with your children, but when you're being low like that with your kids, it leaves a mark. It leaves a mark on them.
And that's what they remember. The lower, like, it's sad to say, because you should remember, like, the highs and stuff. You should focus on the words, but kids focus on the actions. You might say you love them, but if you are not there for them, they won't believe you.
I mean, I did say last episode that when apologies will be not enough anymore,
Just like, take Meadow. She just got accepted into her dream school. Who did she not tell?
Her father.
Her mother, too.
Yeah.
She's not sharing with them. She had a moment with her parents. Like, she was there both with her mom and then and with her father. She did not discuss colleges at all. because she wants to go away and she knows they won't accept her choice and they won't be excited for her. Like, they say they care, they say, like, he says he loves her, but it's not enough. You didn't show that to her, and it's a bit too late. And yes, the worry of, like, I might go to jail, I might be away, that's a worry for Tony, but in real life, like, you could die tomorrow, something could happen, and it'll be too late. There will be no do-over. He needed to focus on that way, way before, and he didn't because he's so worried about mixing his two lives. There's a whole part of him that his kids don't know, and they're aware of a few things, but he can't share that with them, understandably. So there will always be a divide. That's also why he has so many issues with Carmela, despite what they talked about last episode.
Because he cannot share this other part of his life.
Yeah. He's obviously worried. He's obviously freaking out. And it's since like everything Carmela said, they said that there's a link between how a father is with his son and how that son deals with emotions and anger and everything. Obviously,
opening up.
Yeah, well, obviously Tony did not have a good relationship with his father, or I mean, a relationship that helped him with that, right?
Yeah.
And he's not dealing well, and he's becoming angry, and unfortunately everyone else in the family, they don't know why he's angry, so they cannot justify it. If you're AJ and you witness your father like lash out, throw away a phone like he did before, like break stuff up and stuff, and you cannot justify it in your head with like, oh, shit is going bad at his job and stuff, like, what else is there? I probably did something to piss him off. He's telling him, like, he's being angry at him and he's lashing out at him. You're being like, oh shit, I fucked up. He doesn't love me. Like, he's angry at me. Stuff. You justify it in the only way you can. And then after that, he comes to you and he says, I'm sorry. But then he does it again, so...
Yeah.
Words are just words. You need to show it, and you're not, because you're not there, you're not present, because you're letting that other life fuck with your head, and they are not aware of it, because you don't want them involved. And again, I understand completely why he doesn't want them involved, but it is messing up everything. Like, last episode I was saying, like, this part of Tony that Carmela loves, the father,
yeah,
right? She's not seeing it enough, and it is a bit, it's not weird, like, it's just that Sopranos is a very episodic show, right? Last episode, she made that move and she got really intimate with them, and she was saying she wants another kid. It was not addressed at all this episode, and she jumped in the arms of another. But considering the pattern of her and Tony, it's not far-fetched at all.
She just asked him to prove with his action that he cares and that he's going to be present for the family and for her and for the kids.
And he answers her with
and he's not
lies.
there. Once again, he's not there.
He's not there. Like I said, she loves the father. She loves the family guy. She loves that side of Tony who disappears when there's shit happening on the other side, but he doesn't want to talk about that other side. So it's kind of like he's got two personalities that she doesn't know how to handle, and he's cutting her off. He's cutting her out of half his life. So yeah, when she turns around and there's this man who, is, according to everything that she's been told, right? He's the good example, right example for a husband,
a faithful husband to his wife.
Yeah,
he was there during hard time. Sorry, when she had cancer,
and like she would feel bad. She would feel bad for him because like it sounds like he wanted kids, but he couldn't because like she couldn't have children and stuff. So he's not against kids, but he was faced with tragedy and stuff. Like it makes your heart go, oh, poor man, right? Like you want to comfort him, you want to go for him, and in him she's seeing everything she wishes Tony was. So we brought back the song, time to say goodbye, time to move on from Tony since he's not making efforts. But then the business gets in the way, and again, Tony's actions and everything what she's not involved in.
I'm sorry.
Right? What she's not involved in gets in the way. And I'm saying get in the way even though I don't agree with cheating. But at this point, I'm kind of like...
I love that you brought back the song choice because they did play...
Well, they did.
They played Shania Twain like...
you're still the one I want.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, you are the one for me, the one that I dream of, the one that is meant for me, like my soulmate. Like you said that she saw and Vic...
What she wants from Tony.
So, like, this is what I should have, what I wish for myself as a husband, as a man in my life.
It's not really about the guy. It is about what he represents and what she wishes Tony would do. I'll say it again, but I love the irony of Tony being in the same room where she kissed the other guy. The room where, like, he's lying to himself. He's got, like, tainted, like, glasses on because he's
nice wallpaper, right?
He's in this room being like, oh, things are looking up, man. Like, I'm a lucky son of a bitch. I just dodged a bullet. But no, you got hit right there. Your wife kissed another man. And in this couple, because usually, like, no cheating is allowed, right? Like, I'm not for any of that. But in this couple, it's kind of accepted between them, even though Carmela is just...
Oh, no. Tony said Tony will not accept cheating from Carmela.
That's not. I'm saying it is accepted between them, even though that's fucking bullshit for Carmela, that Tony is allowed to cheat, but if she cheats, we know for sure that she would get the bad side of Tony. He would get so fucking mad, and the guy would probably get
killed.
Yeah. So...
because that would be a direct attack to his manhood.
To
Tony.
Everything. You don't go after his family, but... Then again, like, the double standard of you are allowed to do it, but she's not. But the guy, like, as soon as he heard Tony Soprano and what, you know, what he does, what type of man he is, what he represents, I'm like, oh, I am not getting involved with the wife.
I mean, it is a bit sad and funny that at the beginning, Vic said that I don't care about the husband, I just care that she's married, but he still went with the infidelity and...
Oh, he went infidelity. Like...
No, with the passion and the tension. But once he knew that she was a wife to Tony, who is responsible for every bullshit with David, he left.
Which, to be fair, is very intelligent because
very wise.
You do not want to get involved with the mob.
No.
I'm kind of glad we saw David again because it was a huge thing that happened in his episode, and it makes sense that he would still be around.
It's so sad though, the fact that he tried to have a heart-to-heart conversation with Tony, a childhood friend, a moment that he stand for his friend, that he helped him out because he was being bullied by other kids. Tony said, don't try to bring back memories, you're not in that place anymore. And Tony just said that, I knew you had a gambling problem. I told you I didn't want you to be in that world, and I let you because this is my nature.
You know, that's...
Because you could bring me money or I can take it from you. I don't care.
In a way, that surprised me because in the episode, the gambling episode, it really felt like he wanted to look after his friend. Like, he wanted him out, and it was only after a lot of insisting, and I... think that, you know, what actually happened is that he lost sight of what was happening. But instead of admitting that he should have looked after his friend, he's doing a 180 and he's turning himself into the bad guy that he kind of is, even though it's all, to be fair, it is all business. The guy messed up and he borrowed money he couldn't, you know, repay.
Yeah, but he could have put a stop to it.
Yes,
that's the thing.
He couldn't stop because he's addicted. That is an issue. For him, like, and it's true, he cannot turn to his loved ones, his friends or whatever, his family, and be like, it's all your fault for not stopping me. It starts with you, man. Like, you cannot blame others for this. But Tony was in the room and he was aware of the gambling issue, and he knew...
Maybe not the gambling issue, but he didn't want him to be involved with the crowd.
And he knew how it could turn out after. If he had been awake, I'm not saying put all of this on his shoulders or whatever, but if he had been awake, I kind of want to believe he would have stopped them before he borrowed too much. He thought he could reimburse for sure because he allowed him in eventually, but he was careful about it, and he freaked out when he realized how much money he took. So I want to believe that back then Tony would have stopped him because he's a friend and he doesn't want him to, you know, get in it over his head. But after everything else, he needed to separate himself from David, and he could no longer be his friend. Like, it's okay for him to reminisce because David used to be his friend. Like, they used to share stuff. They were together at school. Like, okay, but if David mentions it, Tony sees it more as like, you're trying to manipulate me into having like feeling bad for you and stuff. I cannot have those feelings for you right now because we're not friends anymore. Now you owe me money and
You're
I
my
need
bitch.
to. He needs to look at David like he would anyone else. If he lets emotions get in the way, his position as boss will be judged. The way he treats the people that owe him money will be judged, and he already has enough problems.
Yeah.
So I think that's why he's so mean with David. I think that's why he's saying like, it's no big deal, right? Like that's what I do. That's my nature, because it is his job, and this is how things work. David cannot look at Tony like a friend. That's why he's like, don't reminisce. He needs to look at him like the mobster he is, in order for reality to get into his head, right?
Yeah, but what does that tell me is that when you're being told that my ultimate goal is for you to reach bankruptcy and then you're done and I'm gonna just leave you with your problems, man.
But he's telling him,
I don't care about what happens to you next.
I know, but that's how he would deal with everyone else. That is, he's a criminal. Like we can't pretend he's a good guy.
I'm not pretending he's a good guy, but I mean, for David, just being told that the end goal for Tony is for you to reach bankruptcy, for you to lose everything, and to just be left with nothing.
I know.
In your mind, you use your son's school fund for his college. You use your own money. Your hypothèque. Your mortgage, sorry.
No, he's
for
losing
that.
everything.
You're
for
losing
sure.
your wife's business.
I don't know.
You're gonna lose your marriage, your family because of this.
I don't know if Tony realizes that the guy is this close to suicide.
He's gonna kill himself for sure.
If we see him again, probably. But if he kills himself, I think that's when Tony might realize, how bad it was. But the way he was talking about it, like, again, I'm saying I think he truly did that. Like, he talked to him like that because that was his way of making it clear that they can no longer act like they're friends. He cannot think about the guy's feelings, otherwise he won't be able to do what he has to do. And he has to do this. That's how everyone, that's how he would deal with everyone else. And everyone in his gang is judging him and looking at him. If he acts differently, that means he's being soft. And if he's soft with one man, that means others can push him.
Yeah.
So yes, it is mean. It is really intense to say shit like that, because that means he doesn't care if he's destroying lives. But for him, it's business. Who got involved in the first place? For him, it's just like kind of like what he was saying about the guy he killed, right? He deserved it. That's how he justifies everything. He killed a kid, and he does think about it. It is weighing heavily on his shoulders, because he killed a child who has a mom who's going to be weeping for him. A kid who could turn out to be AJ in the future, who could literally be Christopher, because Christopher was like that in season 1.
Yeah.
So he killed this kid, and it's harsh, but in order to deal with this, he needs to justify it. When he was saying to Jennifer, like, I did nothing wrong, he didn't say, I did nothing, because he knows he did it. But by saying, I did nothing wrong, it's because in his head he's trying to say, it was only justice, right? I had to do this. He almost killed Christopher. It was expected of me, and I was just getting, revenge for Christopher. I made it right. If he admits that what he did is wrong, he won't be able to deal with it. So just like with David, if he makes it into oh shit, I'm ruining my friend's life, he won't be able to deal with it.
I'm doing nothing wrong once again.
Yeah, so instead, he's being like, the guy owes me money, so I'm just taking what I'm due. This is what I do. This is my job. This is business. We're not friends. That's how he deals with things. It's very unhealthy. Very. And then after that, like when shit truly hits the fan and he's getting stressed, his family takes, not the blame, but they face the storm. And then when things go back to normal, it's kind of like nothing happened. He doesn't reflect.
Brushing the issues aside.
It's too much for him. He does not handle emotions well. So when the issue is brushed to the side, he'd rather forget about it and keep going.
I mean, Jennifer tried to brought the issue to the discussion. He said, you know what? I skipped a big problem. Everything is fine for me right now. I don't need a psychiatrist right now.
He's literally saying, I don't want you to shit on my happy moment.
Yep.
He's literally saying, for once, I'm feeling good. I don't want reality to hit me in the face. But it will, again, eventually.
If you continuously push aside your issues and your problems, they will never solve.
They will never be solved.
They will never be solved. And she had a good question. You almost went up in jail. Should you stop? Do you want to stop? Right?
I think that when it gets really bad, yes, he considers it, but he doesn't know how to. And when things are so good that he's smiling and he's happy, he forgets about all his issues because for once he's on cloud nine and he gets to enjoy everything. There's no stress, there's no nothing, right? Just good feelings. But by ignoring all this shit, when that shit comes back, it's just gonna get bigger and bigger and it's gonna hurt more. And eventually you won't be able to dodge that bullet.
I mean, we did talk about the same situation, but with Carmela, with that, when everything is good, she doesn't have a problem to use the money for the house, for buying stuff, for privileges. But when shit hit the fan, we should put an end to it. We should pray. We should be having faith in God and do to the on the right path.
It's an addiction, right? When you're at the bottom of the barrel, right? That's when you're saying like, oh shit, I need to change my ways, right? I need to do things differently. I should have done better. But then, kind of like, let's go with David as an example. When he has nothing left, he's thinking about killing himself and he's blaming himself and others. And he's like, I have nothing left. But if he won the lottery tomorrow, he would go back to gambling. Because you're not dealing with the issue.
Yeah, the temptation is too strong.
It's an addiction, yeah. When everything is going fine, then Tony and Carmela are living off the money. They are living off the advantages and all the good things that come from being in power and having this life. But then when shit hits the fan, yes, of course we need to change stuff, right? Tony thinks he has no choice, but Carmela, like, we need to change. It gets hard, and for sure, like, that makes you question yourself and your way of life, like last episode. But then when things are good again, they don't want to stay in that stress,
environment
bubble, right? They don't want to think about the potential issues because they got a break, right? So they want to enjoy the benefits. But you're gonna get hit again. It's gonna get worse. They are a very...
Last episode, though.
Yes, but they are a very broken family, man.
But yeah. But I... just to end up with Carmela, though, we've said it in the first season, I guess, that we are against cheating, but if she's trying to be happy, I cannot blame her for that.
It would be different. Like, my opinion of this would be different if Tony wasn't a serial cheater.
Yeah.
But I don't like cheating, like... no matter the reason. Like, if your husband cheats, she's staying with him because of the kids. And because at the end of the day, she still loves him. It's hurting her. And it's hurting her so much that she turns to other guys. The marriage doesn't work, but they are too stuck to move on. It is very sad. I can't really blame her, so I'm not judging. I'm analyzing. But
you can understand her.
And I'm freaking out a little bit because for sure if Tony finds out, it's not going to end well. It got physical between them this episode. We've never seen this. This was intense. And it could have, gone really bad really quickly. I don't think she can hurt him like that, but he could hurt her if things escalate. Especially if he's drunk. He has a bad way of dealing with his anger and stuff.
He doesn't know how to deal with his anger.
I know. In any case, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching it with us. If you want to see the next episode right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
If you don't, the next one will be out on YouTube pretty soon.
Next week.
Yeah, so see you then, guys.
Bye.